Hello everybody and welcome to the Paranormal Minds of JST's YouTube channel. My name is Tommy. I'm the T in the JST. And if you listen to our podcast, then you know me and my two co-hosts, Josh and Shane, we like to dive into any and all things paranormal. But sometimes we can't cover all the backstory and detail that come along with the stories. So we decided to start up this series on our YouTube channel called Paranormal History, where we get to explore everything in history dealing with the paranormal. So today's episode is the Bell Witch. Let's begin. So our story begins in Robertson County, Tennessee, where the Bell family got a not so nice visitor. So John Bell and his family uprooted from North Carolina and moved to northern Robertson County, Tennessee, and settled in 1804, and they settled on a pristine patch of 320 acres of farmland near the Red River. Now, what do you do when you just uprooted your whole family and moved them to another state? Well, you farm. That's what you do. So they were also avid churchgoers and were members of the Red River Baptist Church, where some would say they became pillars of the community. And they had a really good time, all in all, or a really good life, as it were, all in all. And that lasted for about 13 years. Then, one day, good old Johnny Boy was out in the fields doing what I guess was farming, because what else do you do in the 1800s? He saw what he said was a dog that didn't quite look like a dog. So, yeah, I think it was a skinwalker or booze. Either way, I'm going to get sacrificed to it, so it doesn't matter. John runs to the house, grabs his gun, fires a shot off at the animal. Some say that he hit the animal, and others say that he missed the monster thing, dog. Either way, it ran off. So, now, Drew, his son, said he witnessed a bird of extraordinary size perched on a tree. And as he walked close to it, it flew away. So, yeah, birds do that. His daughter, Betsy, I wouldn't have chose the name, but to each their own, said she witnessed a girl in a green dress swinging from the limb of a tree on the property. Yeah, just a girl swinging from a branch. I couldn't find any context to that, so I guess that's weird. I don't know. Either way, things started to get even more strange as night came, where they would hear gnawing on their bedposts, along with chains rattling across the cabin floor. Stones would then be tossed across the cabin, landing on the floor because who needs sleep? This went on for a while, and John decided he was going to talk to some neighbors and friends of theirs, the Johnsons, and he invited them over to stay the night and witness the goings-on that's happening in his cabin. They agreed to it, and they stayed for a couple of nights. And after a few nights, Mr. Johnson told John that more people needed to know about this. And with that being said, they started up a committee, of all things, to investigate the situation. It must have been boring in the 1800s. So, people would come from miles around to witness this family be tortured by this ghost. Because you know what? Screw the zoo! We're going to watch this family get tortured by a ghost. Yes! Fun for all. Well, after a while, the energy created from people showing up got the spirit to talking. And people would ask the spirit questions like, who are you? What are you? And the spirit would answer in different identities. One day, when asked that same question, the spirit replied, I am a spirit. I was once happy but have been disturbed. She also claimed to be the witch of a neighbor named Kate Batts. So she's a ghost witch? Okay. Whatever. Right. Anyways. So, that being said, she said that she was there for two reasons. One, to kill John Bell because, well, she didn't give a reason why. Why not? And two, to make sure that Bessie does not marry Joshua Gardner. I guess old Kate had a thing for Mr. Gardner. I mean, who am I to judge? You know, you do you, boo. Kate would start being physical with the family and assaulting them. But most of her assaults were directed towards John and his daughter Betsy. Betsy would have her hair pulled. She would feel pinches and being stuck with needles. John would feel his throat just being closed in. And he said it felt like a stick was stuck sideways in his throat. Okay, that sucks. So eventually John developed twitching and convulsions of the muscles in his face. And Kate would shout curses and spells at him. She really did not like John. Still, people would come to talk to Kate because screw the family, I guess. But then again, she would tell them about their future and past and present. And she knew a lot about the Bible as well, which I don't think she ever really took to heart. In 1820, Kate got what she wanted. John Bell died. Now, people believe that Kate poisoned him, though the cause of death is undetermined. And then, in March 1821, Betsy and Joshua Gardner ended their engagement. And Kate, getting everything she longed for in her afterlife, decided, I'm out. And she left. But she did say she would return in 7 years. And apparently she did. To talk to none other than John Bell Jr. Because let's just chill with the spirit that killed Daddy and ruined your sister's life. Alright, we'll roll with it. So, okay. Anyway, she told him that there was a reason John had to die. She didn't say why, again, but okay. And they would talk about past, present, future, all of that. And she visited him twice in that time. And then she left again, this time saying she would be back in 107 years. But though the family and some of the townsfolk believe she never left. So, what do you think about the story of the Bell Witch? Let us know. And if you haven't already, hit the like button if this is something that you're really into. Like, subscribe, and check out our podcast. You can find it on every major podcast platform. You can also follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We even now have a Patreon, so if you want to help support this content, follow us there. And as always,